Hello and welcome to another episode of Damn Huh Did I Just Watch? With your host as always, Kyle McLemore. This week we'll be recapping and reviewing the latest film from Mattel. That's right, she's had basically every career you could possibly think of. She's got every accessory you could possibly fathom, and now she's finally made it to the big screen. That's right, we're talking Barbie. Now, if you haven't seen Barbie and would still like to, make sure you pause now and return later, as there may be several spoilers up ahead. That's right, this is your official spoiler alert. Barbie stars Margot Robbie as our title character and Ryan Gosling as her male counterpart, Ken. And while the main focus of Barbie is on Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, this film is still stacked with an amazing supporting cast. Issa Rae giving a great performance as Barbie, and McKinnon stopping by for a wonderfully hilarious performance as Barbie. Alexandra Shipp also giving a wonderful performance as Barbie, not to mention a special appearance by Dua Lipa as Barbie. Also, some great performances coming from our male supporting actors like Simu Liu, who you probably recognize from Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings. He plays Ken. And a great performance from Kingsley Ben-Adir, who plays Ken, not to mention a special appearance by John Cena, who plays Ken. Barbie, of course, lives in this Barbie land. It's this other land full of Barbies, and they send all their Barbie inspiration out into the real world. And everything is perfect in Barbie world until it's not. That's right, our main Barbie, Margot Robbie, is having a bit of an existential crisis. She's having all sorts of weird thoughts of life and death and cellulite, which doesn't mesh with this Barbie world. And so she goes on a journey of self-discovery into the real world. So that's like the base, right? That's like the super basic level. The stuff's messed up. She's having weird thoughts of death. We gotta go to the real world to find the little girl who's playing with me to figure out what her deal is. Why you being such a bummer? And so is it like the most complicated storyline? No. Is everything like spelled out and explained? Not really. But again, like, does it need to be? Do they really like explain what is Barbie world? Is it a real place? Is it like imagination? Is it like, just our dreams? And they answer it by just being like, yeah, it's all of that. Sure, it's whatever you want it to be, man. Like, whatever works best for you, that's what it is. At a certain point in the film, we are introduced to America Ferrera, who's like our real world lady, the one who's kind of causing all the problems over in Barbie Land. She's having issues with her preteen daughter, and they're fighting, and she's having like an existential crisis. Oh no! And so the vibe is like Barbie wants us to focus on that, right? On fixing the mother-daughter relationship, on fixing her life as a whole, and yet, somehow like that takes like a back seat to Ken. Because at a certain point, the movie like shifts. All of a sudden, there's like a shift, and like everything kinda starts coming up all Ken. Because there is an interesting moment when there's like this sudden realization that even Ken himself is really nothing more than just another Barbie accessory. Like, in this Barbie reality, the Kens only really exist just to like make Barbie happy, or just to be there for Barbie. They don't even have houses. They don't even like have property or live anywhere. There's a part where they're just like, where do they go like to sleep? And all the Barbies are like, I don't know. Who cares? And so there is this very interesting like kind of turn in the story when Ken comes to the real world and discovers how much men are in charge and takes that knowledge back to Barbie Land. I feel like that was like a moment or kind of a twist that even I myself was not expecting. I would have never guessed going into the Barbie movie that it'd be so much Ken. And so the movie starts to become about that as well. Not only Barbie's discovery of like who she is and what she's doing in the real world, but also Ken and like his own like independence and need for like individuality. Aesthetically, just visually, the movie is beautiful. The movie is so unique and interesting to just look at. All the Barbie playhouses and all these buildings and structures and cars and outfits and everything is just visually stunning. It is very, very unique watching her walk around, and there's like a pool, but it's not really a pool. It's just like a sticker on the ground. It's like all sorts of little things like that are just endlessly kind of like fascinating. For the most part, the movie is fun, the movie is light, the movie is very surface. It's just like, it's there for a good time. You're mostly there just to see Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, right? Those are like the main selling points. We just want to see Margot Robbie looking amazing and just acting like Barbie. And of course, Ryan Gosling also looking amazing and just acting as Ken. Like, it's fun. Where it starts to get less interesting is anytime we kind of step away from Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling. Anytime it's just like America Ferrera and her like daughter stuff, it's not that interesting, even though the movie is trying to focus on the mother-daughter relationship. I feel like it's like putting all this effort to like have that be the big moment, and then when we get there, it's just like, and who really cares? Let's just do more Barbie stuff. Meanwhile, like the mother and daughter are having like a real bonding moment, but it's completely overshadowed by this crazy obvious Chevy product placement commercial, dude. It's like, on the one hand, dude, I get it. This is a movie about a toy. This is basically a 2-hour commercial to go buy Barbie, but still, dude, like the amount of just like, look at this Chevy. Look at this Chevy. Hey, did we show you the Chevy? Brought to you by Chevy. And as far as performances, I mean, my God, my goodness, Margot Robbie is such an amazing actor. She is so next level that she could have a movie about Barbie and make me so emotional, dude. It's crazy how good she is. Ryan Gosling also giving in a great performance because he gets it, dude. He gets that he is essentially like the joke of the movie, and he embraces it so well that it just works so good, dude. And the supporting cast is great as well. As mentioned before, all the other Barbies and all the other Kens are phenomenal. Even the special appearance by Michael Cera, I was a little bit afraid that it would get like worn out, but it plays perfectly well. It's just enough Michael Cera to work perfectly throughout the entire film. Overall, like, Barbie is fun, right? Overall, although it's not the most crazy story, right? Although it's not the most like it's not like a Nolan film where you're going to be sitting here thinking like days after the movie, just like, man, that Barbie movie is really making me think. I mean, if she's not real, but she is, like, it's not that kind of movie, right? It's very surface. It's like the movie knows that you're just there for Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, and it's like, and it gives you what you want, dude, which is just Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling being Barbie and Ken and being silly and weird and just like fun. It's just like an overall pretty fun movie. Overall, I think we're gonna slap Barbie with a B-. That's right, coming in just a tad above average. If you felt differently about Barbie, feel free to comment down below. And if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button, as it's much appreciated. I am your host, as always, Kyle McLemore, and we'll see you next time at the movies.